In Lumberton, North Carolina, most people know each other's names, or at least the streets they live on. Chippewa, Peach Street, Town Road. But for nearly 20 years, those names have meant something else, something darker. Because within a few square miles of East Lumberton, at least 10 women have disappeared or been found dead. Their stories overlap in eerie ways. The same roads, the same alleys, and the same silence. This is the Lumberton Knot, a cluster of tragedies so tight, investigators simply can't pull the threads apart. It's believed to have began in March of 2003. That morning, 23-year-old Michelle Ann Driggers. She was found lying face down in the driveway of an overgrown cemetery off Hester Road. And what had been done to her was unimaginable. Her friends said they'd seen her around 3 a.m. the day before, near Chippewa Street, the same area that will become the center of this story. Michelle left behind her parents, her 3 children, and 4 siblings. And just 4 short months later, another woman, Lisa Harding, age 36. She too would be found off Chippewa Street, roughly 15 feet behind the Tide and Flow Control Center, discovered by someone walking in the woods. Her manner of death was equally brutal and eerily similar to Michelle's. Lisa left behind her mother and 3 siblings, 2 women, same area, both brutally murdered, both their lives ending within steps of each other, literally. Detectives began to wonder if Lumberton had its own serial predator. But when evidence ran cold, the town too went quiet for a while. A year later, October 12, 2004, Stephanie Lynn Lewis, 21, left her shift at the Days Inn on Roberts Avenue. She told co-workers she was planning to find a ride to Virginia. She never made it. Stephanie has never been heard from again. Then, just before Christmas of 2005, Jessica Michelle Lowry, age 20, walked away from her home near the 700 block of Bollinger Avenue sometime around 3 a.m. She was last seen on Beam Road, a few miles outside the later cluster. Jessica disappeared into thin air. By this point, 4 women, maybe more, are tied to the same few neighborhoods, and they're all gone. The space between them all, it's less than 5 miles. For 12 years, Lumberton stayed quiet. But in the spring of 2017, that silence was broken. On April 18th, police discovered the body of Christina Bennett, 32 years old, inside an abandoned home at 505 Peachtree Street. Neighbors drawn by police tape noticed a second smell. Something foul coming from a nearby trash can. They opened the bin and they found another body. Rhonda Jones, 36 years old, a grandmother who lived just down the street. Both women were nude, badly decomposed. They had been dead for some time, and it took weeks before anyone ever knew their names. Then in late May, a local woman named Megan Oxidine, 28 years old, gave a TV interview about her friend Rhonda. She described Rhonda as sweet, quiet, and in Megan's words, someone who didn't mess with too many people. Just days later, Megan's body was found behind a vacant house at 608 East 8th Street. Just blocks away, someone had tried to hide her with weeds, branches, and roof shingles. Locals said she appeared to have had a massive head wound. Her family was told she was found in a curled fetal position, as if she was trying to protect herself. Now, law enforcement, they've never confirmed those details, but the horror of it has lingered. Within 6 weeks, 3 women, Christina, Rhonda, and Megan, all dead within 4 blocks of each other. Chippewa, Peachtree, 8th Street. You could walk that entire cluster in 10 minutes. Then, just weeks after Megan's body was found, another woman disappeared. Cynthia Jacobs, 40 years old. She stopped showing up for her appointments after May 31st, 2017. Police say they last saw her walking near Chippewa Street and somewhere around 2nd Street that July, right in the middle of the same area where the other women were found. Then in September, Abby Lynn Patterson, just 20, was last seen getting into a brown Buick around 9th Street, sometime around 11 a.m. Abby vanished completely. No calls, no leads, no body. Her mother, a local postal worker, said she wakes up every day expecting to see Abby walking through the front door. Then, a year later, in 2018, Rita Maynor, who's 63 at the time, was found dead in a vacant and unfinished home off Pine Street, just steps from where Christina, Rhonda, and Megan were discovered the year before. Now, authorities listed her cause of death as natural, but her family has never really believed that. In 2023, Elisa Walker, 42 years old, was last seen around 9:40 a.m. walking between the Works Career Center and the ABC store on Jackson Court. Now, by some estimates, that's only 2 miles or so from 9th Street and maybe a mile and a half from Chippewa Street. That same year in June, Harmony Noel Coburn, just 16 years old, she disappeared as well. Each new case tightened within that same circle, the same few blocks, still with the same unanswered questions. So what's happening in Lumberton, North Carolina? Some say it's one killer, someone who knows those back streets well. Others believe it's something worse, a mix of predators and a system that fails to connect their victims because so many live on the margins. The poor, indigenous, struggling with addiction. And just maybe that's the real knot. Not a single thread of evil, but a web that keeps getting larger and larger and lets people fall through. In the span of 20 years, more than 10 women, most of them Lumbee, all of them loved, have vanished or been found dead inside a rough 3 to a 5-mile circle of East Lumberton. There have been no arrests, no answers, just families still waiting. Maybe it is one shadow moving through time. Maybe it's many. But either way, until that circle breaks, the knot will keep getting tighter and tighter.